my professor never saw, so.
She's author, viticulturalist, author, Paula Moulton.
Go, hot dog, go!
At this point in her life, when we continue on the wine road.
Time to start putting her back together again, guys. I should be able to just reattach
Sonoma County turns to first for
our
team coverage of breaking news.
drywall here.
1350 and
I want to beat this down so this goes down to level.
Sonoma County's most accurate, dependable forecast is Daniel Sucia from the KSRO Weather Watch.
Back here.
Partly cloudy skies today, topping
So I've got got my good old trusty lock.
tonight, low 40 on the shores.
Set that patch in.
Mostly blue
So that
skies for
is,
Monday at 58, 53
At least
on
not
the
above
coast.
the surface.
Weather every 30 minutes.
That's really important.
And the new FM 103.5
And there we go.
KSRO.
That's
Just getting word of a developing story out of Denver. Shots reported fired at a stock show in that city. All three suspects who escaped a week ago from a maximum security jail in Santa Ana, California, are now in custody. Two picked up today in San Francisco.
Just closing this wall back up again,
2 days
guys.
to the Iowa caucuses. That's where you'll find most of the presidential candidates today. Some special guest, Gabrielle Giffords, making a rare appearance at Hillary Clinton's event today in Des Moines.
It is hard for me, but from January, I want to say these 2 words, Madam President.
The former Arizona congressman is still recovering after being shot in the head 5 years ago. The New York Times endorsing Clinton and John Kasich. 4 members of a militia group still occupying a federal wildlife refuge, even though their leader has turned out. The lead up to the office continues with a Screen Actors Guild Award. Derry Albinger, ABC News.
When local restaurants and home chefs in the know need equipment and cookware, do they shop online or at the big box stores? They see stand at Rosenberg's
Okay,
Restaurant
guys, we're
Supply.
gonna finish up our
2015 Best of Sonoma
finish up our
Ware,
patchwork
Dirk's
here.
Parkside and Dirk's Midtown Cafe has been a steady
Good to
customer.
go. It shows you
Always
if
has
you
the
just
right
pull stuff
product
carefully,
for the right job that I'm looking
and you don't have to
for.
worry about
And
going out and
that's
buying
what stuff.
new
Jen is
sheetrock.
not just
So
the owner. He's on the floor every
Missy
day
Jen's
to help
on
you
break
succeed
in a little
and
while.
build a
We'll get
relationship
well,
with
get
you.
this
Not
rest
only
of the
do I go
screws
to
set
them,
in here.
but we have 6
Set them a little
restaurants in
deeper
Marcus.
since this is now
These are
been
where we
set.
got Rosenberg's.
Rosenberg's
remember,
offers a 30-day warranty.
the toenailing
and
is
has
gonna
used
be a little
equipment at
higher.
greater value.
You have to have the best
It's going to
product
cause it
for
to
the
come up a little
job that
higher, so
you
we
need
want
at
to
the
make
right
sure that we're
value.
not,
And stands really good
we
at
don't have
matching
any
those
high
up for
spot
everybody.
here. We want
For
this,
commercial kitchens or home chefs, pick it up today
we
or
want
get
this
free
vent
delivery
hood flat
on
to the
Santa
wall.
Rosa
We don't
Avenue
want
at
it
Burrow
out
or
at the top.
RosenbergsRestaurantSupply.com.
Okay.
Country Summer returns to the fairgrounds in Santa Rosa.
Alright, that's the way we roll, guys. I'm going to set the rest of the screws.
On sale now at CountrySummer.com.
Covered up top, and then I'm going to get the drywall tape. Repair up this sheetrock, okay? Looking good so far, so good. I also took time to measure out my critical 12-inch line above where the low point before the fans come off the side, the glass curve. I've got this line. This is 12 inches above it. When I paint in mud, I'll still be able to find these marks, these critical marks again for lining up the hang. I got one shot to hit it on the wall, and I don't want a lot of drama trying to find stuff up there. So the better I can prepare, the better it'll be. Alright.
I always felt that he was with me.
Not bad, huh? Got everything all roughed back in. We go outside now and grab the drywall tape, and we'll get this sucker mudded up, and then we'll hit it with the hair dryer so we get a good fast dry, so it won't slow us down today.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully not finished.
After several decades.
Full circle of like, okay, I had that, and then now I've done all this. But really, there's a piece at doing that that I want to find again.
So, okay, so we're in Paris now. This is the beginning of your second book. And as you point out, you are, at least temporarily, the country girl who's
Here
now a
we
city
go.
girl again. So this
There's
was a
our
wine
netting, and
restaurant.
I'll actually take a
We're focused
staple
on the art of fine gastronomy.
and hit that too
great food and great
to
wine.
keep that
Okay,
down.
so how I ended up actually doing this
Keep
was,
that nice
at the
and calm.
time, I told my family
All right,
that,
I'm gonna finish
"Oh, I
taping
found
her
this
up and we'll
course
go.
in Italy."
Platforms.
Okay, we're just going back, just going over now. I'm just mudding her up here. I'm using it straight. I want a really strong joint compound here.
On the wine road.
I don't want to, actually Missy Jen got vinyl spackling, which will do okay. It'll be more flexible anyway.
And the new FM 103.5 KSRO and K278CD Santa Rosa, Sonoma County's news talk.
Fill this in and get this real good. And you know, all the basically the real hard work, which is always part of any job,
So, ABC News.
will more or less be done.
An event in Denver.
Okay, so I'm gonna fix this up real good, get this really smoothed down, get it dried and sanded, we'll make our marks again so we don't lose them.
It says it has
And it should all be good.
Grand.
Alright, looking good.
Not included.
Looking good. Now we just gotta
The older daughter of former Vice
drag out
President
the
Dick
hair
Cheney,
dryer and
Congress Liz Cheney has filed federal election
dry
documents
her
showing
off
she's
real good.
running for
We have to
Wyoming's
put one more
lone
top
seat
coat
in the
on her
House
to
of
dress her
Representatives.
good.
She tried to
Get her
unseat
dried
Wyoming's senior
good.
U.S. Senator.
Very nice. Got our top coat on.
Together, I mean,
Get the dryer out and let that dry. I kind of
Now, the first smartest thing I
add a little bit of water to it to thin it down a little bit. And should only have to very lightly sand that, and then we can kind of paint over top of that and roll on. But that bracing and patch job has turned out real good. So let's fire up the hair dryer again. Just doing a little bit of finish sanding, guys. Make things real nice before we paint her up and get on with the hang. All right. Okay.
Now what are you doing?
I'm doing the painting.
So you finally
Just paint. Yeah, we got that all set. How's it look?
looks good.
All covered. We're gonna let this one go a while here.
Looks beautiful.
We need our marks here for top and bottom, and we need our side marks. We can always come back with the second coat with the paint anyway, but
So you're finally done making schmutz and dirt?
finally done making schmutz. And leave that little dot right there. Yeah, I'm finally done messing up your kitchen here.
Yeah, I'm in
Huh?
tears here.
You're in tears here, huh?
I'm in
My
tears.
back is in tears. Well, we've been at it, what, about 4.5 hours
Yeah.
today, and we've gotten a lot done.
You've been
Here.
working your arse off.
Yeah, well, we got to get this done. You know, we can't have the kitchen disrupted. You know, for days on end. I mean, and normally if a contractor was going to come in and do a post install, you would probably, if he had to add bracing, it would probably be a 2-day job, because he'd let the drywall, the sheetrock and all that dry, and then come back in a couple days and just do
Right.
the hang. So actually we're done about that. I'd say about 60% of the work has been done in about 5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours here. So be in good
Goody
shape.
goody.
We'll just top coat this, and this should blend in pretty good here.
I gotta tell you, I'm mighty proud of you,
Well,
honey.
it's just another job that's got to be done. I mean, without your help, it would take twice as long. So don't forget that. Top and bottom marks there. So
I'm always in the background doing a little bit of.
you're always the unsung hero. So there we go. We'll let that dry and we'll come back and hit that again, guys. Okay?
Sweet, so
Let's take a
check
look
that
and
out
see
there. Check it out
how
there.
that's
Oh,
looking.
yeah, it looks
All right,
great.
we'll let that dry good.
Right.
And it looked like you'll never even know all this stuff was done up here. Okay?
All
The way you
right.
like it.
Sweet.
Let's get our ground connected here. We should be good to go. Remember, make sure your power's turned off. I used to stupidly do this stuff hot. Push her in there, and we'll set her with some screws. What do you think, Missy Jen?
Looks great.
Yep. We're gonna have to go out to the box and find a couple screws, but now we've got our power and should be good to go. So I'll go ahead and pop the power back on. I'll finish that install there. I'm almost ready to hang her.
Sweet.
Real danger part of the day. Okay, step one. There it is. This is called the money shot, guys. Right here, we're either gonna go out in a blaze of glory. This is gonna be a real screw up. And there she is. What do you think, Jen?
It's beautiful.
It looks centered. Let's tighten her down. Hand me the, give me the, no, give me the power one. It's probably out there on the, over there on the side or something. I need to get this thing secured quickly. Let's put a little bit of weight on me here. Here we go, guys. Okay, let's get her. Now I'll use a screwdriver. Okay. I'm gonna need take a look at the Phillips head. I'm gonna have to get up here on top.
What's that blue one here?
Huh?
What's this blue
Well,
one?
this is slotted in. It's Phillips.
Here, this one here. You want to use this one here?
Okay. Let me see if this is going to be a little better. Very awkward position here. I didn't like those screws that they sold with it. I didn't think they were near strong enough.
Check it out, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
there's the money shot.
These are the screws they put in with it. Tiny little
Not enough
heads.
for me. I went out and got some American size screws here, you know. Cut the bullshit right
Ooh, check it out.
there. We got power anyway.
We got power. We're alive.
So, whatever. Alive. So, alright. Alright, this is good. Alright, it feels really secure to me. How does it look, Jen? Secure to you?
Looks great. Looks very secure. You got those big screws in there.
It's a good height. Good height to work.
Yeah, it's good height to work
That's
in.
the suggested height that they had for it. Wow. All right, our lines, all of our planning seemed to work pretty good on that, huh?
So it's nice and center with the
Yeah, that was the money shot there. So, all right, well, let's finish the install, and we've got our upper bracket to put on. Yeah, so it's gonna be nice. You got your fan controls here. Very light touch control on that. So, you happy? Huh?
Happy.
What do you think?
And check this out.
Yeah, I didn't have but a half an inch to spare on that.
So now I can put here in the dark.
That's your light.
It's really
All right.
nice.
Well, let's get back to the book. We still have to put our over up there. So that was the money shot, guys, huh? That was it. What do the directions say, Jen? I'm always amused. Hold that for a minute while I read this. This is always amusing to me. Let me see this. What do they say? Yeah, this is good. After preparing a location, use 2 or more people. Or a stumpy T-girl. to put it into on the 2 mounting screws. So all right, so that looks okay. I'm not real excited about the screws that they gave us with. I mean, Jen, you know, with the blocking that I put on there, this thing isn't going to come out.
No, it's perfect.
I'm also going to shoot a center one in right now, a self-tapping screw, to go in where they don't have a hole, just for one more security point.
Good idea.
Okay, because you know, Chinese engineering, you know,
You can never be safe enough.
be safe. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead now and pop another screw in there. Okay, we're in our what are we in our fifth hour here? 5 hours and 15 minutes on the install so far. Okay. Okay, Missy Jen, we're kind of in the home stretch now, huh? Yeah. We got the upper bracket to get this up on top, so we'll probably have to strip off the material before we put it up there. So it's got a protective covering over it. So we'll just dry fit it now and make sure it's good. Then we'll get it back down on the ground and get off the protective stainless cover on it. So let's not give up victory right when it's at hand. So we want to be awful careful. So I'll go ahead. If you just take that upper piece and separate it, I'll go up here and try it on. All right. Well, we got to be really careful here because this thing is very easy to scratch. That looks kind of nice. Now we got to carefully try to raise the inner one up. Make sure she kept it properly. Both sides. I've got this thing snugged up as high as I can. I still don't know if it's enough. I'll probably use these little screws here. I think they're better. Go ahead and hand me that punch a minute. Thanks. What I'm doing is checking the alignment here before I put this screw in. I don't know if this is gonna fit. It seems way up. One down. I think I'm going to use the sheet metal here. Half of it up. Go up to the other side. And we'll throw the other one in and then tighten it. And guess what, guys? I think that'll basically make us done on this operation, right?
Yeah.
And if you're doing this, if you're playing the home game, you better figure on about 6 hours for this install. If you're good with doing drywall, We still have some final, little bit of final painting to do today.
Right.
But that will finish the project, and
touch up.
I think it looks pretty darn good itself. So just a line on this side over here.
There we go.
Yeah, this is a line. Can I have that punch again over there? I'll put it up on top here. Back there. Yeah, right there. Thank you. Oh. No marks, no marks. Right? No marks.
No marks, right.
Awkward position. Didn't like that. I'll have to try that again. All right. Well, I'll check back with you when we get the whole thing popped together, guys, okay? All right. All right, well, I'm just doing the popping on a little final touch-up paint. And a few thoughts about the project. It really is a 2-day project. If you're not, I didn't want to have our kitchen disrupted for 2 days, and I wanted to have my Sunday free. But it's not, you know, it's a borderline weekend warrior project, because if you may need help with the glass or something. If you break it, then it's like it's right back to square one again. So there's a few things to think about. You have to be very good with your math. You have to be excellent with your layout. Everything has to be centered really well, because the human eye is outstanding at detecting things that aren't on center. And you certainly don't want to be looking at it later and wondering, gee, I wonder if anybody's going to notice that or whatever, right, Missy Jen?
Right.
All right, so we'll be back with some final words, Missy Jen and I, on the project after we do our final bit of touch-up, okay? You psyched?
Yep.
Yeah. Missy Jen smiling there. It's a long day, 6 hours, steady on work, but I think the results are, well, they're nothing short of spectacular when you look at the unit here with the built-in light on it, the 3 speeds on the fan. It has a clock built into it. It's like custom right up to the ceiling and everything. So Jen, you know, I know you couldn't be happier to have that project done. You didn't think the house would have drywall dust and all that, and then I pulled out that radial saw and I could see your heart.
I hate the dust.
Yeah, you hate the dust and stuff like that. And I certainly understand that. One of the keys to the project, if you don't know electrical stuff, don't mess with electricity. You know, have an
Right.
you can do the hang and then have somebody come and run your electrical feed off of a junction box. So that's number one. Be safe. Okay. Don't let anything you've seen here make you think that you'd be able to do this unless you're skilled in electrical work and all that. Number two, this thing weighs a lot on here. So if you think you're going to slap a range hood up on the wall and just, you know, hang on one center stud or something like that, forget about it. We had to dissect the wall, open it up, do a really good layout, understand where everything was going to be on there, and then put cross bracing on there, put our drywall back in position, mud it up, paint it. You know, it wasn't a simple job to do that. And as any carpenter will tell you, layout is the key. Measure 15 times if you have to. So you only have to cut once. We had really one chance. I would not have been able to lift this thing a second time to get it into position, you know, at 45 pounds raised over my head over there going against the wall. So laying out and having the proper spacing between the 2 screws was critical for placing that. So there wasn't a lot of drama when the time came. It was right up.
Sure. Plug it in and
Now we did change that to hardware because I thought the hardware was terrifically undersized for...
the screws they sent along were mediocre.
Yeah, so I doubled the size of those screws, and I added a third screw on the center stud, so you know this thing isn't going to go anywhere now.
Never hurts to add an additional screw to it.
Yeah, if you're good with, you know, if you're good with drywall and all that kind of stuff, and you can patch things up quickly and paint it, you can do that. I wouldn't expect a contractor to do this. This would probably be a 2-day job. They would mud it and come back the next day and just
charge you an arm and a leg.
Yeah, it would. For a job like this with a $300 vent and up, because this is all, you know, 316 stainless steel here. If you're going to do this 318 stainless, you're going to probably expect $300 to $400 of labor, possibly $500 to do an install on it. But that should cover the electrical, the carpentry, the drywall repair, and it should work, and it should be very functional. This thing pulls a lot of air. You can feel it just pulling through the house on very high speed. It's got a great built-in light. It's got a clock on it and all that. So I want to thank you for being along. Those are the keys to making sure you have a good job. Be organized. Be meticulous with your layout. How many times did I go over and over and change lines and do this and that just to place 2 screws to get them where they needed to be and have great support. I want to thank Missy Jen as usual. My partner's always here. Now, you notice I'm cleaned up and showered up and everything, and she was still on the job cleaning up and taking care of loose ends and knocking down the dust. But I think the results were worth it, and you have really a nice lighted surface now to cook on, and it just makes the house look that really ultra modern look that I really love in the casa here on the Rancho. Well, anyway, that's how to install a range hood, wall-mounted range hood. I hope you enjoyed it, and Missy Jen, thank you again for being along. Your comments are always welcome down below, and thumbs up, well, they're most appreciated here. So thanks for being along, everybody.